Leah treats George Marshall as a father, and she also abuses him verbally. Even with her mother, she abuses her mother. Leah says the same things to her mother and the daughter. And let's not forget Angelo. You know, he gets the brunt of everything. And with the cheating, knowing Leah, he's like living on death row.
And it makes me laugh because on her A&E show, it always says unscripted. So I said to myself, unscripted? I go, what are you kidding me? I go, she can't even lie straight.
And Leah can't have a conversation with a normal person.
Right, so definitely she had everything all planned and calculated before. Like she even said that she does not just put a camera on her.
That's what she does. She earns a living making up lies, talking about people that she doesn't know. Angelo is just there as say, eye candy to keep up the show of a family, a close-knit family, which they're not. Vicky's crazy, she's a drunk, and George, I don't know, he's way out there. And who's left? Now to have, what's her name, Shannon? She just recently got divorced, or before she got divorced, the first marriage. So she's just following suit.
I always said to George, who doesn't Leah think she is? I mean, you gotta laugh. Like, who do you think you are? Why, because you got lucky with a hit show and you made some money and you want to go around abusing everybody? Please.
I forgot the young lady's name that played I guess the agent, but she used to abuse her. Oh, I don't want to do that part. I don't want to do it this way. I don't want to do it that way. I mean, she's paid to manage you and tell you what's got to be done. She had to have her way. And all those shows closed. There's not one show that she was on that they have even reruns. Maybe in Indonesia or something, but not here. I was in a limousine with Leah, and she was talking to her. This is one back a number of years, and she was talking to her assistant. Something about boots. She says, "If you don't get my boots, I'm going to kick your ass." That's what she said. And how do you talk to people like that? The girl is your assistant. She's not your relative, but even relative, she talks to them like that. But you don't say that to people. You have to have class, a little anyway.
Leah's a witch.
Right. For lack of a better word.
Like what George said before, Leah will do anything. She'll step on anybody's toes. She don't care who she hurts. As long as she gets her way and what she wants, she's going to do it.
And gets a paycheck. That's all she's interested in. Mike Rinder, is that one of the guys? He has an extensive abuse record himself.
So when Leah's sister Elizabeth got in trouble for drug charges,
Elizabeth got arrested. Elizabeth got her own money. Leah is going to play a female cop in this show, and The reality of it is, if you really want to, break it down, how do you go from a retired cop to now an undercover cop? With your old partner. Didn't you two do stuff back in the day that they know who you are?
Leah just looks at everybody around her as just a pawn in her game. So one minute she's your best buddy, and the next minute she's stabbing you right in the back.
If this show was like really in New York, it wouldn't last 10 minutes because everybody would turn around and say, you're
Yeah,
a
but now that
liar.
everything is starting to come out, people are starting to see the real her. And that's what she's so scared of. She's so scared of people really finding out the real her.
Because she's a liar. She just wants to make things up, just to sell time on TV. That's all it is. I think she needs help. She better get one of those psychiatrists from A&E to.
When Leah wrote her book, Troublemaker, she got paid for that.
She got paid for that. She got paid for lies. She called me her mother's pimp. Leah complained a few times about Kevin James, and he was like bossy on the show and making her do things, like a scene she didn't want to do, she had to do because he was a producer. And like I said, now with this new thing with the Kevin Can Wait, I don't know what he's thinking or what Leah made.
Leah is very dismissive to Angelo. Like I said, she'd always say, shut up, you SPIC. Just always dismissive of him. Make him, run around. One time, Sophia, I think, whatever, she pooped in her diaper because she was a baby. And, Leah picked up the diaper and she's like, Angelo, get it out of here right now. And she almost threw it at him.
The handyman gets more respect.
When George and I went out to visit Leah a couple of years ago, she was very degrading to him. Always calls him a SPIC. I don't want to say it, but that's how she would just say, you SPIC. And as a man, that makes you feel degraded. Or even as a human being, you would feel degraded. Anybody to call you that word, that's terrible.
Leah treats Angelo like the hired help. I think she has more respect for their handyman, whatever his name is, I forgot, than she does for Angelo. You know, Angelo does all the
Leah will give her stepfather $200,000, I believe, to start a new business. But around the time his daughter passed away from terminal cancer, he just got a job offer in the city. He asked to borrow $500, and she actually wanted the $500 back. Can you imagine that? Your daughters are rich, and she wants your last $500 back?
what is $500 to Leah? You know, like what, lipstick? I don't know.
It's the makeup.
Yeah, like we talked about the 1500. I mean, that's, yeah, shoes. She buys two pairs of Jimmy Choo, whatever it is, China Choo, whatever. And, you know, that's way over $1,500. But you're going to give me grief because I'm your father. And I'm not a victim. Well, I am a victim of, you know, her abuse. But anyway, that's another story. Ever since she's been a little girl, Leah's been acting and acting out. And this is no different. She's acting, she's an actress, or, you know, or whatever. And she's just acting out and taking people along with her and paying them, and there you go. You know, the more she can get somebody to cry or attempt to look like they're crying, it becomes more dramatic. And more dramatic means more people are going to watch it, which to me is ridiculous, but that's what's going on.
One thing about Leah, if she can't pull the wool over your eyes, she hates you. But if she can pull the wool over your eyes, she loves you.
Your best pal.
Yeah, what, honey? What, sweetie? What? But if you don't go along with her story, she hates, she'll make stories up about you, she'll attack you, anything to bring you down.
I think Leah paid a lot of people to be on that show. I would say most of her people to come on, and then she coaches them on what to say, and, you know, cry on cue, because she's an actress, so she knows how to manipulate people and how to manipulate the audience.
I think Leah needs to pay her sources because her sources are lying. And by saying, I'll pay you, meaning Leah paying her sources, they'll say, okay, I'll do it, fine.